Now from Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, MLB The Show is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching's going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Colorado Rockies.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. And here's a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting San Diego Padres. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Nick Tropiano gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, remember last year he had an ERA under 4. Very solid, very dependable.
And with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic.
What is up, console superstars, and how are you all doing today? I am hoping you guys are all having, if not going to have, an exceptional day and night. And as you guys can see, we are facing the Colorado Rockies, and Ian Kinsler opened up the hit column with a double. James Shields seems to be working on a 1-2-3 inning, which he does end up getting with the ground out to Escobar, who throws him out at first base. Carlos Beltran later on grounds out to Espinoza, and Denny Valencia hits his first dinger of the season to put us on top 1-0. You know, Escobar hits a single after that, but Yadier Molina grounds out into a double play. Next batter, we have Calabello flying out to Escobar, then Espinoza singling to left, and Carlos Beltran apparently denied him. Don't know if it was going home or not. James Shield was hit by a pitch. Fowler single to right, and then we had Ian Kinsler hitting a single, and we had a run score. Billy Hamilton threw out Kinsler at home plate, but Fowler did score, so we are up 3-0. And as of right now, James Shields, seems to be throwing one heck of a game. A 3-hit game in 3 innings so far. Seems like his energy is right there. His confidence is definitely right there as well. Yadier Molina gets walked. Then James Shields gets walked as well. And then a single from Fowler actually scores Molina and James Shield. That was actually a double, not a single. Starling Marte gets walked, and then it's a force out at second base instead of a double play, but that is completely fine with me. And then Espinoza ends up hitting a single, but James Shield gets a strikeout to end the inning, and we are out of it, winning 5-0 so far. So James Shields can easily let off the gas pedal just a little bit, because the game is no longer, I want to say, it's definitely not a blowout, but he doesn't need to be killing himself. That's what I want to say, except for now, when he leads or when he allows a run to score, we cannot fall to a 3-run deficit, because if we do fall to a 3-run deficit, then you can no longer be comfortable. I want to say, should never feel too comfortable in baseball, because a team can come back from any lead. So you should always be careful. Chase Bale just hit a dinger off of James Shield, and that made the game a 3-run game. So James Shield needs to pick it up a little bit right now. Ian Kinsler is just ripping, hitting another single. Miguel Cabrera grounds out into a double play, unfortunately, but Kelly Johnson hits a pop-up to Molina without a problem. Ramirez flies out to Cruz. Then Walker hits a single, but then he was picked off at first base. Coming in to hit was Nelson Cruz. He hit a single. Then Danny Valencia got walked. We had Yadier Molina with a flyout, and Yunel Escobar with another flyout, both to Marte actually. And Marte grounds out to Cabrera. Then Evan Gattis gets walked. Chris ends up grounding out into a double play, and we enter the 9th inning, where we are going to see Fernando Rodney try to close out the game. The pitch comes, and it's a fly ball that our third baseman Danny Valencia seems to be under to make the first out of the inning. And we head on to facing the second batter now, who has a 1-2 count, 1 out. Fernando Rodney comes with the pitch, and he strikes out Chase Bale. And we head on now to the third batter of the inning, who has a 3-1 count. The pitch comes to him. I believe that was Billy Hamilton, and he hits a fly ball that Carlos Beltran seems to be under to make the final out of the play, or of the game, not the play, the final out of the game. And we take a victory to make our record a 3-1 record. And the next team that we are facing are the Phillies. So let's get right into that series right now. So first inning, Dexter Fowler got an out, and Ian Kinsler came out, hit a single. Actually, Dexter Fowler flied out to Soler. Let's not say got an out, because that seems incorrect. Unfortunately, not much was done that inning. And we head on to the top of the second, where Yunel Escobar grounds out to Myers. Molina hits a single, and then Lackey flies out to Soler. And then we have Soler called out on strike. Bregman flied out to Cruz, and Simeon does the same thing. Ian Kinsler gets walked this time. Miguel Cabrera apparently bunts. I don't know if I would ever actually have Miguel Cabrera bunting, but that's one of the weird parts about this game. Dexter Fowler actually threw out Derek Norris at home plate, so he saves John Lackey from having a run scored on him. And the 3 outs are up in the top of the third. Doesn't seem like today is going to be a very productive day in terms of run support. As you guys can see, through 3 innings we only have 4 hits. Actually, through 4 innings, I want to say, we only have 4 hits. Make that 5 right now, with Fowler actually hitting a double. But then after that, nothing happened. Tony Kemp flies out to Beltran to end the inning. Top of the 6th inning, Cabrera reaches on an infield hit. That's a little bit rare right there, but it did happen right there. And 3 outs. We had runners in scoring position, but were unable to capitalize. Jacoby Ellsbury hit a single. Then we had a fly out to Beltran, and we head towards the top of the 7th, where Lackey is still in the game. Hitting a single is Lackey, but then there is a force out at second base, and we are out of this inning. So a 5-3 ball game in terms of hits. We are leading, so that's a good sign, and we are basically getting Aaron Sanchez, I want to say, to throw more pitches. And Nelson Cruz comes in to score off of a double by Danny Valencia. So Danny Valencia is definitely doing his job. Runner on second base, no outs. We bring in Jim Henderson to actually relief for John Lackey, and he seems to get the job done as he gets us out of the inning. And we head on to the 9th, where Fernando Rodney is planning on closing it. A ground ball to Danny Valencia, and he is there to make the first out of the inning. The second batter is Will Myers, who is currently hitting. The pitch comes to him, and he hits a ground ball between the gap of short and third for a single. So Fernando Rodney definitely putting himself in a spot where he would not want to. And coming up to hit for the Philadelphia Phillies is Jorge Soler. The pitch comes to him, 1-2 count, and he hits a pop-up right to our second baseman, Ian Kinsler, who is right there. It seemed like whoever was running on first was actually trying to steal the bag, but unfortunately for them, the hit and run didn't work, and the last hitter hits a fly out. But our right fielder Nelson Cruz is right there to make the final out of the game, and we win a 1-zip game. And if you guys like the gameplay and commentary and are liking the series so far, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, have a great day and night. Stay positive, keep on grinding, keep on smiling, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, console superstars.